So if you're a business owner and you are in a relationship, you should consider using a wealth protection tool in order to protect the business that you've spent years, sometimes decades of your life, your family's life building up. You can use, if you're not married but living with a partner, what's called a cohabitation or a living together agreement. If you are married or about to get married, you can use what's called a prenuptial agreement or a postnuptial agreement in order to record your wishes, what you want to happen, in particular to your business. These sorts of agreements can deal with whatever you want them to, really. They're flexible documents and they reflect what a couple might agree in relation to how their finances are divided during a relationship. So who pays for what, whose ownership are assets going to be held in. But importantly, they can also deal with what happens if a couple separates. So who gets what, how is a business dealt with? Does the business, for example, stay with the owner? Is it protected from a claim, and particularly a claim on divorce? Because business assets are not automatically ring-fenced in law. So these documents, these contracts, can bring certainty and protection when the law doesn't provide it. So these sorts of agreement can be as flexible as you want them to be. A couple would sit down and agree, with the help of us, how they want to run their finances during their relationship. So who's going to pay for what, whose ownership are assets going to be held in. They would also address what happens if things go wrong. So how will assets be divided on separation? How will a business be divided? Or will it be ring-fenced and protected entirely? It's really important to think about these things because you avoid uncertainty, acrimony, cost, litigation. These documents are really important tools in taking back control. These sorts of documents are so important for business owners because they give certainty and they give control. I've acted for a number of clients over the years whose businesses have been affected by the divorce process. And with all of them, if they had come to a family lawyer and they'd spoken about the possibility of a pre or a postnuptial agreement, a great deal of cost and acrimony could have been avoided. In particular, I acted for one client who took tax advice in isolation. He didn't speak to a family lawyer, and he was told that if he married, it would reduce his tax bill. What happened, sadly, is that shortly after the marriage, the relationship broke down and he divorced. Within the divorce, he lost half of the business. And this was really devastating for him. Had he taken a little bit of advice, he would have gone into that marriage better informed. And that, for me, is what this is all about. Business owners making informed decisions and controlling their futures, mitigating their risks and protecting what's important to them.